we're on vacation, and my sister is getting married. Just a little background, she's getting married on Friday, and she asked me to make her cake, so I'm thrilled to do that. And really lucky because we're usually here in Hawaii this month and I would have no projects to work on otherwise. So I'm starting with the base layer. I did bake this cake with parchment on the bottom, and I kept it, while I was storing, I kept the parchment on so that the layer does not dry out. So I'm starting by soaking the cake with simple syrup, okay, and you can flavor the simple syrup with whatever you like to add, and this just keeps your cake layers moist. I also have the cake on a turntable so that it makes it really easy for me to finish the sides when I ice it with the buttercream. And when you buy a turntable, it comes with one of these grippy pads, although they're not so effective when you have a smaller cake and it's too light. So I would suggest that if you are doing a smaller cake, like 4 inches or smaller, that you use a damp paper towel, and that'll just keep your cake in place, okay? So the first layer is sufficiently soaked with simple syrup, and I have some Swiss meringue buttercream that's already been in the bag. Notice that I have not overfilled the bag, because if you do, first of all, it'll be a mess to try to close it up, and also, even though you think you're doing yourself a favor, you're really not, because your hand will get really tired. So I've made like a wall on the first tier. I'm going to go ahead and fill it with some passion fruit curd, which was the choice of the bride and the groom. This is one of my favorite flavors to use, because I don't know if you can tell, but it is yellow, so it's like your first thing when you see it, your head says to you, oh, this is going to be lemon, but what you get instead is the passion fruit, and it's exotic. It's an amazing flavor, and not many people have tasted it, so it's just like all you want is more of it. And I'm spreading it to all the corners, all the edges of the wall, and I'm taking care not to overfill this. Fruit is just incredible. I could eat the entire container. And we do have a lot. Okay, and then finally, this last layer. I'm going to go ahead and try to take a peek at how it is, if it's even or not. And I did bake these in sheet pans. So, you know, the theory is that they are going to be more even than something that I had to slice on my own. And I think that this was pretty successful. All right, in terms of how even it is, I'm going to soak the last layer. And then I'm going to go ahead and crumb coat it. Okay, a crumb coat is just a thin layer of buttercream or whatever kind of icing that you're using. Seals the crumbs in. I'll put this in the refrigerator to chill the icing for a little bit before I start working with it again. Spatula to spread this and crumb coat it. Start with a lot on the top. You can push it out to the sides. And then here's where the turntable comes in handy. Scoot it up. And again, it's just a very thin layer of icing to seal all your crumbs in, so that when you do, like let's say this was going to be an all buttercream iced cake, you don't want to have crumbs on the outside, so that seals all the crumbs in. Trying to ice the sides. I'm a little scared. The cake looks like it's moving. I can't wait to put it in the refrigerator just so that it can firm up, and that's not a worry anymore. You also want to make sure before you start that you have enough room in your refrigerator. If you're like me and you're working from home, I should just kind of let you peek into the refrigerator and where it stands right now. We had guests because of the wedding and everything. We had a barbecue, so my plan was that the refrigerator would be empty this week and my family and I would just kind of eat out or something, but that did not happen, which I guess once I'm done with this, I think that we're good. And you, like I said, you don't want to use too much. Just want to make sure that you make the seal, and then I'm going to go ahead and square the top. Here is a crumb-coated cake. All the edges are nice and smooth and squared. Oh, I love doing this.